So in my last video, I put together a compilation of the newest Xbox Scorpio teaser trailers for E3 that came out. There were 3 of them, and so I put them together in one video, and I know since you're all loyal subscribers and follow me on Twitter that you saw that video. But did you catch the cryptic messages that were within the video? Because it appears Microsoft is dropping a few Easter eggs along the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through here frame by frame and show you where people are finding cryptic messages. So the first one is in the scene with the Ferris wheel. And if you look on the tent and you zoom in, there is a 6 is greater than 4 sign, which I immediately interpreted as meaning 6 teraflops is greater than 4 teraflops, because Xbox Scorpio has 6 teraflops, PS4 Pro has 4 teraflops. So a little subliminal messaging going on there, it would appear. Me personally, I can't think of anything else that this could reasonably be. I think that just fits together too well. But if you've got another idea, definitely drop it down below. The other message, however, seems to be a little bit more cryptic. And so this one is in a scene where there's a crowd that's going nuts, looking towards the stage. If you look closely on the side of the stage, it reads X10S101-317. So what a lot of people are thinking is that this could possibly be a release date. So what we're going to do is let's start backwards and then work our way forwards and ignore just the first part of it for just a moment. And so you would have 101-317. 17 obviously points to 2017 for a lot of people. And if you move the dash one place over, then you would have 10-13-17. So October the 13th, 2017. Could that possibly be our release date? That coincidentally, maybe or not, is the same week that Middle-earth: Shadow of War is now coming out. It was supposed to come out earlier, but it was just recently delayed, and now it's coming out October the 10th, so it would be coming out that week that Scorpio could possibly be coming out, which of course they've got this marketing deal, and they've really been pushing this game for the Scorpio. So that is one theory. Now, I've always assumed that the Scorpio code name was for the period when the system was going to be released. So if you look at the Scorpio zodiac sign, that date is between October the 23rd and November the 21st, which obviously this date falls outside that. So that doesn't really match up, but maybe that's not what Scorpio actually means. But another thing is, Phil Spencer did say in an interview that the hardware plans were ahead of schedule. Again, maybe that means something, maybe it doesn't. The S could be code that Microsoft has decided to stick with the name Scorpio, which if you follow me on Twitter, it's something that I've been wishing they would do. I've made it known that I think that they should just keep this name, sort of like how they listened to the community and they decided to keep the name Cortana for their voice app. I think they should just keep the name Scorpio because everybody's already referring to that, and so I think it just makes things a lot easier. And Microsoft recently trademarked a new logo for the letter S. And some are thinking maybe this is for Skype, but if you read the trademark documents, it would appear that this is for a video game console. So then there's that part of it. Somebody else said maybe 317 refers to the 317th day of the year, which would be November the 13th, which would be more in line with the time frame that Microsoft usually releases a console, and then that would also fall in line with the Scorpio zodiac sign. So you can see here there's a lot of different theories, and I think they all hold up pretty well. X10 could represent Xbox and Windows 10 and that continued merger. But the other theory, which is one that I really like because I would really hope that this is true. One of my followers did a Google search of this code, and the first image that pops up is an old radio electronics magazine where on the cover it says, "Build this robot for under $400. So could this code be a clue that Scorpio is going to drop at $399, which many believe is certainly possible? And really, you can put me in that category as well, as being one of the ones who thinks that it's certainly possible that this system could be released at $399. I know some people have written it off entirely, saying that there's no way that it could do that. It's not going to happen. I don't ever like to say never, because I don't ever like to be wrong. But I'll go over that in a upcoming video talking about my theories on the price point. But either way, I think this is fun, you know, giving us something to do to pass the time before E3 takes place. And here pretty soon, we will all have our answers. In the meantime, though, I want to hear from you and your theories. What do you think these codes could mean, if anything at all? And were there any codes in there that maybe we missed and we didn't talk about in this video? For those thinking that it does mean absolutely nothing, I will give you one more piece of information. Again, you could be right, but Albert did reply to our conversation last night on Twitter, simply saying, "We've got sharp eyes," which I take as meaning we're on to something. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. Check out the trailers on my channel if you missed them yesterday. Stay tuned right here and to VGM for the latest gaming news and headlines. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.